If you're thinking of transferring, just realize that the transfer portal hype is really about the top 10% of players that already performed well. Yeah. It's not about the 90% that didn't play and are just trying to go somewhere else. Doesn't mean if you're a part of the 90% and you haven't played yet and you might have been a higher ranked player in high school and now your stock's a little lower, it doesn't mean you can't transfer and have a good experience, but the portal is really about the top players, and there are a lot of players who've worn 3 or 4 uniforms since this portal stuff changed, and they've had to realize the common denominator was them. It wasn't their coach's fault. It was them. And I'm saying that because I love you as an athlete. Like, I want you to realize, like, sometimes it's worth sticking it out. Not always, but sometimes. And so that's one thing about if you're thinking about going to the portal. Another thing, if you think about going to the portal, whether it's before you went in the portal or while you're in it, you're really not supposed to be offered an NIL deal while you're in the portal. So why does that matter to you if you're getting paid one way or another? Well, if the coach is breaking the rule, and at some point these rules are going to be governed, do you really want that on your hands? Or would you rather deal with a coach who's following the rules, who might be able to compliantly say you could make money with NIL, but isn't going to get you to sign a deal before you sign your NLI? Because if you sign NIL before you sign NLI, you're breaking the rules and you're just as much a part of it as they are. You probably won't get in the same amount of trouble as they'll get in, but you're still breaking the rules. And so here's what a good pitch sounds like from a coach. Hey, I want you to come here because of this team, the offense we run, how you fit into it. Here's what I see in you. Here's why you're going to do well. We've got these coaches. We think you're going to love them. You end up liking them. You connect with the coaches. You like the city it's in. You like the school. It's got your major. All those things that used to be sold. The nutrition room, the locker room. They got a barber seat in the locker room. All that stuff it should be first. And then the coach says,
you guys know I love football. And this football season, I've been trying to find a new way to bet on sports. I'm sick of using casinos, the traditional way to do it. And I found the best way to do it, had to tell you guys about it. It's on Cut. Cut is the game-changing social betting platform. Look no further. This is where you gotta be. It's a peer-to-peer betting playground. So put your money where your mouth is. It's time to fire on sports on the best new app. I've been looking for a long time, and I found it. It's on Cut. Use my promo code ADAMB and get a 10% deposit match at cut.com. That's cut.com, Kutt.com. Use my code ADAMB for a 10% deposit match when you deposit money.
Oh yeah, NIL? Well, guys that have played to the degree I think you could play here, if you work hard and you get on the field, are making about this range in their NIL deals. And once you get here, we've got a collective you can talk to. We've got some other people that can help you find what's possible. That's how it should sound. It's gotten way out of that, and I understand why, for the sake of the athletes, it's gotten way out of that. But we've got to get it back there. The only way to get it back there is if there's tangible objective data of what you can make from revenue sharing by playing at this school over 4 years, which would also create commitment from the athlete to not keep going into the portal, which would also create transparency with coaches when anything around money comes up, which would also govern tampering by coaches from stealing players from each other. That's where we got to get to. So athletes understand all this stuff and what it should sound like versus what it might, and understand the reality of you might not play even when you transfer because you're missing out on a magical but tough experience called perseverance that could actually produce more fruit in some cases where you should stick it out.